Well, boys, today's tomorrow, and KSI, at one point well-respected YouTuber, one of the greatest black YouTubers of all time. All right, and for a hot minute, this man was on a roll. Right, he couldn't do anything wrong. He was respected throughout the community, and then he got into bed with Logan Paul, a person at one point he hated, a person he actually fought at one point, but as soon as money came around, this man dropped the black act altogether. He was like, money? Money? Why'd you say so, Logan? I would have never fought you if we could have just had some money. I don't know why KSI became Scooby-Doo. But continuing. And so they created Prime, I guess a leading beverage. I don't know if it's the best selling, but it is a leading beverage in the hydration. We're gonna put that in quotation marks. Hydration market, even though it doesn't really hydrate you as well as, Gatorade or even Powerade. Like, pick up a Powerade before you pick up a Prime, boys, if you want real hydration. But yeah, KSI, he got into bed with Logan Paul. They started making money moves. And you know what? People still hated Logan Paul because Logan Paul was still doing some scummy stuff at the end of the day. But KSI was able to dodge all that hate, right? Because we all can agree, hey man, if some guy came up to me and said, yo, I got $1 billion idea, I don't care if you hate me or not, let's make this money, I think we all be like, fine, I hate your guts too, but fine. Let's make this money. So everyone probably thought, who cares? KSI is just making generational wealth for his family. Who cares if he got in bed with his enemy? But I think we all started to realize, oh, these guys are not enemies at all. These guys may actually be lovers. Because the way that KSI is just gagging on Logan Paul's cock, I'm like in promotional pictures and everything, you would think this man was married to him. Because instead of just allowing Logan Paul to fight his own battles that he started himself, like the whole crypto scam stuff, everyone just hating him because, he continuously scams his audience, instead of, KSI just allowing him to fight his own battles, for some reason, he has to jump in there. He has to help out Logan Paul and put his good, pristine reputation on the line for a man who would literally not do the same for him. His own flesh and blood brother had to learn the hard way that they aren't even friends. They, at the end of the day, are just business partners. And that's his brother. Own brother trying to explain to him, bro, I'm trying to get paid just like you. You coming out with competing brands at my event into the ring as I'm celebrating my victory actually hurts my business. And instead of Logan be like, oh, bro, I understand. I'm sorry, bro. I got you. I won't come out there next time with that stuff. He is crying that he can't bring in literal opposite sponsors, competing brands to sponsor him as he's celebrating his brother's victories. Well, we're going to put that in quotations because I don't know if Jake Paul can call any of his boxing career wins victories. His brother's events, all right? That's more of a better state. His brother's events. But like, my guy, this man is slimy to his own family, and yet KSI is throwing his own neck out there for this man who doesn't care for him in the slightest bit. And it's sad because KSI is arguing with a man who made a one-off side comment about a brand that KSI probably had like the least amount of input in. Let's all be honest here. When it came down to Prime, when it came down to the lunch kit, I don't think, and I think we all can agree, KSI had nothing to do with either one of those. He just slapped his name across it. And let's all be honest here. Neither did Logan Paul or Mr. Beast. None of them had anything to do with it. They just slapped their names on it. But for some reason, KSI took the biggest offense from Dan TDM saying, bro, you're selling junk to children. And instead of KSI being like, you know what? I'm gonna let that slide. That was just a off comment. All right, I'm gonna let that slide. Just like how Logan Paul just let it slide. Mr. Beast let it slide, right? They both did their little response, but for the most part, they just let it slide. They moved on with their lives. They realized, oh wait, I'm a multi-millionaire. Why do I care what this random YouTuber has to say about my brand? No, KSI took it personally. KSI took it personally. He went to war for his Massa Logan and Massa Mr. Beast. Alright, Massa Mr. Beast and Massa Logan treats him well. So this man over the past 2 weeks has been making tweets and videos at Dan TDM, who hasn't responded to any of them once. Dan TDM made one comment and that was it. The man hasn't responded to any of them. Logan Paul and Mr. Beast realized, alright, I'm just talking to a wall at this point. Moving on. KSI is hitting his head against the wall. So this madman rant started off fine, right? I would say, he did a little clap back, right? KSI did a little clap back whenever Dan said, what happened to YouTubers, man. He just said, looks like crap to me, responded to Dan TDM by showing off Dan TDM's little toy merch line, right? In my opinion, it's cool. It's a whatever clap back. Everyone else responding like, oh, you work with them too. But, I think I'm the only one that realized. No, he's just trying to say, Dan, you also just sell crap to people. Like, why are you coming out here saying what happened to YouTubers? You also are part of the reason why we do this. Right, so in my opinion, I feel like KSI could have stopped there, and he would have stopped on top, even though everyone was trying to go after his neck for it. I would have just said, yo, everyone else trying to go after KSI's neck for this kind of is an idiot. You don't realize what he's saying here. He's like, yo, this guy also just sells crap to children that don't know any better, because these toys are cheap. Even though I work with the company, yeah, I work with the company knowing that they made cheap toys. They made crap. And I sold it to him, and so did Dan. Dan was working with the same people that I worked with, right? That's how I took it. I don't know. Everyone else was just being done with it. Even the community knows was being done with it. But if he stopped right there, I think he could have stopped on top, and he could have just walked away, and everyone would have been like, you know what? KSI is still a cool guy, right? KSI is still a cool guy, and he's still, on top, greatest black YouTuber out there, man. But he didn't stop, and it continued to get worse. So instead of him just responding to Dan TDM, now KSI was fighting against Twitter. All right, you don't want to fight against Twitter. All right, it don't matter if you are or aren't right. All right, Twitter will make you look like a fool. So he tweeted out this, fighting with Twitter. But he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy, to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? In my opinion, again, great response. He is selling, or at least promoting, junk to his audience. That is, again, a great response in my opinion. He could have stopped there. He literally could have stopped there, all right? I still would have been like, yo, I'm on JJ's side. Like, at the end of the day, the man was complaining about, JJ selling food, but also he sold food, even though the video was like, 9 years ago? People were like, you dug up a 9-year-old video, and he still did it. I'm like, if you're going to complain about it, don't confess your own skeletons in your closet that are the same as the people that you're trying to go after. I'm like, if you're going to throw rocks, don't hide your hand whenever you do it. I'm like, also come out and be like, yo, I'm ashamed of my past doing it. I don't think we should do it at all. But, he never did that. Again, JJ could have stopped there. He could have stopped there, and I would have been like, hey, man, I think this whole thing is overblown. But no, it continued to get worse. All right, this man. So, KSI continued to tweet. All right, he continued to tweet at Dan TDM, who, again, made no response. All right, he said one off comment, made no response. But he tweeted out saying, this whole Dan TDM and Lunchley beef really shows that I am in the thick of it. Out October 4th. His, oh my god, awful song. It's a trash song. I don't think I can play it, but boys, I would say go look out for it. But if you want to keep your sanity, don't. It's an actually bad song. Please save the link below, and then he links to it. So this whole beef started as he was defending his company, right? But then somehow KSI morphed this whole one-sided beef, by the way. I don't know how he can call this a beef. Dan TDM did not respond. He made an off comment and never responded. That's not a beef. That's just you complaining. A beef is people going back and forth. But again, he turned this whole beef, quote unquote, into a promotion for this god-awful song. So while he was wrapping up production for his song, right, he actually made a music video for this. I don't know how you get far enough to making a music video for this trash song, but he did. He continued to drag Dan TDM's name into any and every little itty bitty drama that he could find on the internet. So recently we talked about Marquez Brownlee getting into trouble with his app, right? He got in some hot water with it. And instead of, KSI not talking about it, because he has no reason to talk about it, because again, Dan TDM hasn't said anything. KSI decides, you know what? Let me just repost this drama alert video about Marquez Brownlee MKBHD, and let me just somehow make this about Dan TDM. So KSI copy pasted Dan TDM's original tweet, and then below it says, some dumbass YouTubers said this exact same thing to me the other day. Rather than complaining, crying, and trying to cancel a YouTuber for creating a product, here's an idea. If you don't want it / like a product, just don't buy it. Simple. I don't know how a lot of people / companies think the world works, but you don't get to just go out there and launch anything and everyone has to shut up about it. I don't think you understand that everyone has the freedom of opinion, and you don't have a way of buying people off of their opinion. Unless you're just handing out thousands of dollars to any and everyone who has an opinion of your product, there's no way for you to stop people from complaining about it. And guess what? The whole reason why is literally through having a superior product. Public opinion really doesn't shape things all that much when it comes down to the world of business. If you want something to not succeed, you probably peer pressure people into not liking it, right? And if people think, wow, this actually is a bad value, and they actually don't like it, they won't buy it. Just like how we all can see, like, hey, buying a Twitch sub to a big female Twitch streamer thinking that it might get you in her pants one day is incredibly stupid, and you shouldn't do that. But all these people who buy these subs to them thinking that, oh my god, one day I could meet this girl and she might fall in love with me, they still think it's a good value. Drop her $5, she says my name. That's enough for me. So as you guys can see, if your product is good enough, like the female streamers out there, their body is good enough, people don't care about the hate. But guess what? At the end of the day, you don't see the female Twitch streamers complaining like, oh my god, these people are just being correct. I don't do anything. They're being right. I am just a leech. Right? Because that's their whole business model. Siphon as much money out of PayPig's pockets as they can. It doesn't matter about the public opinion, just as long as the PayPigs pay. So why does KSI care about Dan TDM's opinion on it, or anyone's opinion on it? Just as long as the PayPigs pay, he shouldn't care. But then it got even worse. Alright, KSI couldn't have just stopped there like, you know what, I'm going a little far now. Dan still hasn't took the bait. Alright, I'm really trying my best to get this man to take the bait. Maybe I should stop now. KSI doesn't know when to stop. This man might be a predator. Who knows? Because I don't think this man understands the signs of someone doesn't want to be anywhere near you or talk to you. He, for some reason, decided to make a whole video, 19 minutes and all, on this one-sided quote-unquote beef where he's beefing with Dan TDM, a person who made an offhand comment. Just like thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of other people responding to the news at the lunch league. For some reason, this man picked out of all the YouTubers talking about this, Dan TDM to beef with.
So, obviously released Launchley, and Dan TDM replied. This is what he had to say.
What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their lives? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. Do better.
This man is really hurt by one offhanded comment. So this absolute sadness continued whenever KSI tweeted out an apology to Dan TDM. He wanted to squash the beef. Again, Dan never responded to this man once. He tweeted out saying, a lot has happened over these past few days online, so here I am addressing everything below. And he tweeted out a thing below saying, my apology. And then immediately got community notice saying, Not only is this link 100% misleading, which breaks X Twitter's guidelines, it also is a marketing tactic by WMG, who created the site that's using anger surrounding his controversies to promote his new single. This same tactic was also used recently for the song, but with Jake Paul. So yeah, earlier this man was promoting his single trying to use the beef, and then he was like, wow, no one's really pre-saving my songs at all. I'm KSI, music mogul, you know, worldwide phenomenon. Everyone knows KSI, from the east to the west. No one cares about KSI's music, alright? It's always been trash from the beginning. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's trying his best to get as many pre-saves for this song as possible. So he created this whole fake apology tweet, which is so sad and pathetic, to hopefully gain some new listeners, maybe like one or two, for his garbage song that no one wants to listen to. But it continued, alright? KSI somehow got even more pathetic. He started beefing with the community notes. KSI tweeted out saying, the community notes is a straight up lie. The apology is there. You just have to click the page a few times to get to it. Once again, people abusing community notes. And then he got community noted again. Another KSI tweet, another lie, and violation of X, formerly Twitter. Thank you, community notes, for telling us that we didn't know at all. The rules. This tweet is purely for engagement and promotion for his new song. So yeah, this is so sad. Now he's trying to use another man's name to promote a song that no one cares about at all, alright? This man is literally keeping this quote-unquote beef going so he can just promote his garbage music. Like, how sad do you have to be? KSI is one of the biggest YouTubers in the world using another man's name to promote his songs. Like, this is just sad and pathetic. I've never seen something more sad than this in my life. But you know what? KSI finally came to his senses, boys, alright? He really decided to apologize to Dan for keeping this beef going for so long and just using such childish tactics to try to provoke a grown man, alright? Dan TDM is a grown man with a wife and children. Something tells me that he has no time to actually be beefing online with a actually grown 31-year-old man-child with nothing better in his life. No wife, no kids. He doesn't even run his own businesses half the time. He just shows up and then they're like, all right, we made all these decisions for you. And then he just does the decisions. And then he just goes back home and records these trash videos or songs, I guess. But he decided to squash the beef. So here's the video with the mic drop moment of him squashing the beef with Dan TDM.
Hey guys, a lot's happened these past few days. And I've had a lot of time to reflect and really understand everything that's happened and all of my actions. And, you know, first of all, I want to, sorry. I want to apologize. I want to say sorry. I can't do it. Hey yo, drink prime and eat lunch, leave off. Stay mad, Dan TDM fans. Womp womp.
Yeah, let me just, put his age up on screen. Yep. That's a 31-year-old for you boys. This is how they act nowadays. It's 2024. Whenever you become 30, it's the new 13, I guess. This man really thought he got someone with that. I don't understand whenever people make these videos that they think, oh no, everyone else is gonna be mad. Like, my guy. I'm pretty sure most of Dan TDM's community don't even watch anything on Twitter, or at least aren't allowed to go on Twitter because they're literal children. And then on top of that, the people that are defending Dan TDM don't watch either one of you. I don't watch either one of you. Hell, I was on the fence. I was like, for the most part, I don't care about the lunch leaf thing. I'm like, don't get me wrong, is it bad for kids? Yeah, but a lot of things are bad for kids. But also, like, I don't think Dan TDM was completely right. All right, I think Dan TDM had some criticisms that could have been lobbed at him, but this is just sad. He's a grown man doing this. He is a grown man trying to antagonize another grown man, and then on top of that, trying to antagonize children. He's literally trying to antagonize babies. He's legitimately going after babies at this point. And it doesn't stop. Like, it legit doesn't stop. Because KSI then tweeted out, "Thanks for the free promo, see at Dan TDM. DM me your bank details for payment info." Again, he's beefing with Air. This man Dan is the damn airbender at this point. This man is beefing with nothing. He's like, "Thanks for the free promo, Dan," even though you literally did absolutely nothing. And then someone else tweeted at him saying, "Bro, this is not helping you at all. Wrap it up and apologize." And then KSI tweeted out, "Your mother should apologize to me for creating you." Like, oh my god, this man. Like, I don't think he even understands how comedy works. He's not even making a subversion to like make a great joke. He's just tweeting out anything and he thinks is like funny for some reason. Like, I don't understand how this man thinks he has like humor. Like, I understand a lot of YouTubers think we're funny, right? We think we're like stand-up comedians. We think we're like Cat Williams at that, all right? She's one of the greatest comedians of all times. Whenever in reality, most of these people are Kevin Hart. All right, most YouTubers are Kevin Hart. They're not actually funny at all. They said one or two great jokes at one point, but for the most part, whenever they speak, it's mostly just cringe. No one's actually listening to them. They're just waiting for the man to scream again. They can't really cohesively put an actual joke together unless it just falls into their laps either through someone else saying a joke that they made up themselves and then them repeating it and try to make it their own, or they accidentally embarrass themselves to where it becomes a great joke. But for the most part, I think we all can agree, most, if not all YouTubers suck at comedy, because if they were good at comedy, then they would actually be on stages with real comedians instead of making videos just yapping into the mic alone in the rooms in a fishbowl. Bleep blop bloop. But it doesn't even stop there. So KSI paid Fearbucks to tweet out some good promotion for his trash song, and Fearbucks tweeted out saying, "Fans are saying KSI has shades of Ed Sheeran after he went off on this new song with Trippie Redd." And then KSI reposted Fearbucks' tweet that he obviously 100% paid for. Ain't no one that actually listens to that song gonna be tweeting out something like that. But yeah, KSI reposted it saying, "Wait till you see the music video. All my ops getting it. You're not ready." I don't understand what's up with other black people, especially around the world, wanting to be from like Chicago or like New York, where, you know, they actually do have opposition that wants to actually kill them. I don't know. Dan TDM doesn't seem like he wants to kill you or even end your career. You're the only one here that's taking this whole quote-unquote beef to the extreme, that you have to make a music video on it now, all right? This is actually so pathetic. This is just so pathetic. But continuing, KSI then saw that Kai Cenat has like some deal with McDonald's, like he's gonna have some McDonald's meal, you know, like the Travis Scott meal and all the other meals. And of course, KSI, this is like 2 weeks later, by the way. This man is still going. 2 weeks later, KSI tweets out, "Dan TDM, where are you at?" Like, my guy, please, give it a rest. Give it a rest. I'm sick and tired of reading these tweets. KSI, just give it a rest. I'm going insane here. Like, what is wrong with this man? What is wrong with him? Dan TDM never said anything again after his first tweet, and KSI has been on this man's dick. Mr. Beast and Logan Paul been gave up on trying to get this man to say something. This whole beef has been going on for so long to where people realize, oh, he's just trying to promote his song, and they've been memeing about it. Actually, great memes.
From the screen to the ring to the pen to the
And of course, KSI, you can't beef with everyone, so he somehow took this one in great stride. He didn't actually locate this person's house and, hunt him down. All right, he said, "Nah, don't take a piss," even though, it is a trash song that needs to be in the urinal. It's a literal urinal cake of a song. And obviously, I think we all know that this whole quote unquote beef was just promotion for his song that everyone hates. All right, this man got ratioed by Jake Paul, his rival, his enemy still. He got ratioed by him. Even ISO Speed, a partner in his business, did not want to listen to this garbage.
From the screen to the turn that shit off. Turn that shit off.
So after everyone started to meme on his song, he's decided to go back to trying his best to bully Dan TDM. So he started tweeting back at Dan TDM again, trying to drum up some kind of hype for this trash music, even though it released to no fanfare. Alright, but he tweeted out saying, "At Dan TDM, why don't you come over to the sidecast? Let's talk this out like men." That should have been your first tweet. That literally should have been your first tweet, even though he would have ignored you, because again, Dan TDM has nothing to talk to you about. He made his opinion clear about you and your product. But obviously, KSI couldn't just leave it there. No reply publicly or privately. It's obviously you tweeted just for likes, interactions, and to be seen as a white knight. And before your stupid memes reply or meme me, you started this. I'm just trying to finish it. 31-year-old, boys. Again, a 31-year-old. Somehow a man ignoring him is worse than him losing money on his product. Something tells me KSI would pull out of Lunchly and Prime just to have a conversation with Dan TDM at this point. This man is legitimately a Dan TDM super fan at this point. But boys, we're now at the downfall, alright? He realized Dan is never talking to him. Like, they never were talking before, they're definitely never talking now. And so now he has to fall back on everyone actually does hate his song, and the song was not worth the promotion that he was trying to do by trying his best to drag Dan TDM's good pristine name through the mud. Seeing that instead of him dragging Dan's name through the mud, he somehow tripped, fell, and crawled his way through the mud with his own name. I don't know how you do it, that boy, he figured it out. So Jake Paul recreated the meme from earlier, and KSI tweeted it out saying, "The hate on my new song is so forced, lol." Boys, let me just tell you something, right? You can accidentally become great, alright? Boys, there is something called retardation. You can be retarded and still do something great, alright? You can be the great at being the most annoying person in the world, filming it, and then getting millions of dollars on it. And then you can have a great career doing that. But also, you have to realize, just because you're great at being retarded on the internet does not mean that transfers over to being actual genuine talent, alright? Just because you can scream and play a football game, I don't know if British people watch my channel or not, or people that aren't American. A soccer, football, I don't care, game. You can play FIFA poorly and then scream at the top of your lungs. Just because you can do that does not mean you actually have genuine talent and skill that is honed through years of actual genuine practice. No one's sucking your dick, everyone telling you your song is bad, and all you do is just grind it out. You're like, you know what, the song is bad, let me go back in, rework it, or make a new song, and I continue to push on. But whenever you sit there and think to yourself, wow, the hate on my song is forced, that's whenever you have to realize, oh, this person doesn't live in reality. Because most people, whenever they hear, oh, people hate my song, they realize, okay, I made a bad song. Not, oh no, everyone else is wrong. Because guess what? If it was a great song, people would say it's a great song. But I think we all can agree, no one in history has ever said, yo, turn on that new KSI. I don't even think KSI even told himself that. I think he literally puts out the music, and then he turns on like Lil Wayne or something whenever he's driving down the street, alright? He turns on real musicians. This man doesn't even listen to his own crap. But yes, boys, today KSI finally had to come to terms that he actually does make bad music, because he tweeted out saying, These stupid fans leave trash comments on my new song, think they're getting to me. You're not. It's not funny. It's boring. You're wasting your time. Yep, he really showed us that we wasted our times commenting those very mean comments on his new song talking about how bad it is. He really showed us, because him giving us a reaction is not what we were looking for at all. Everyone's saying that his song is trash, and then him crying about it on Twitter was not the reaction we were looking for at all, alright? He really got us, boys, alright? We were the ones being shown up, alright? It wasn't him that was crying on Twitter about how bad his song is. It was everyone else, alright? He just ignored it because he actually believed in the song. He definitely didn't come out here and continuously tweeted I was trying to talk about how great his song is. He definitely didn't do that. But there you go, boys. The complete downfall saga of KSI. I can't believe it. It only took 2 weeks for this man to go from, oh yeah, he's just a guy that partnered with Logan Paul. You know, it's whatever. You know, he's just trying to get the bag, to a pathetic loser. An actual pathetic loser. Just like this woman who completely ruined this event for these streamers and ruined her own career. Click this video right here to find out how did she ruin her own career by getting extremely drunk. But boys, other than that, don't forget to like, comment. I definitely deserve a like. This video is long. I had to read all that. Alright. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow.